I don't think we covered the Meg Thee Stallion doc. And I came home from work. I was really tired. I had worked 12 full hours, and you were watching the Meg Thee Stallion doc.
Hmm.
And I know I did hear, because I don't be having time to just sit and watch docs, but I did hear that she admitted and said that she had lied to Gayle King, I believe, the big interviewer lady. Shout out to Gayle. Uh, the one that Snoop Dogg said, you know what I'm saying? You remember what Snoop said?
Call her nappy dog hair.
Don't do it, babe. Don't do it. Yeah, yeah. But Meg said that she lied to her and that she did actually sleep with Tory Lanez. You
So,
know, Tory Lanez attorney had words for that after that. But anyway,
well, that's what made me want to go watch the documentary. When I saw that float around on social media, I was like, okay, let me just go see the full documentary. So, for me, when I watched it and hearing the story that her best friend was dating Tori,
mm,
that the best friend got sick or something, and Tori and her was supposed to be real close, and then found out that I think the best friend went live or something during that time period and stuff about exposing Meg for sleeping with her boyfriend at the time. I instantly said was, well, if you lie about sleeping with the man and she says in the documentary, she was walking off and somebody shot her or he shot at her. But if your back is turned, and I don't know because she didn't go in detail, but my mind said, okay, what if the argument was about the girlfriend found out or some weird behavior was going on because everybody was intoxicated and it exposed that you were sleeping with him and there was an argument. How do we know the best friend didn't shoot at you? Or, because women get emotional. We're emotional
okay,
creatures.
okay.
So
Let me let's go ahead and take it to the facts. You're talking about the part in the trial that was omitted. We just been talking about omitted parts in trials. Okay, we just said that the people in the R. Kelly trial got immunity, right? The parents, right? Guess what? The gendered girl got immunity in the trial. Okay, so in my mind, the shooter got immunity.
well, I
You see what I'm
think
saying? So everything that you're assuming, all you can do is assume that should have came out in the
I
trial.
think when she went
What really
testified, she
happened?
said she don't know what happened. She don't remember, and that was the end of that, from
No,
my
the best friend, the
understanding.
Jenner girl, the best
We're
friend.
talking about that she went to Jenner. The
It
people
was a
confused her. It was just her best friend from childhood, a black girl that they was confusing with the white girl because her name both had the same name. But no, it's just a black girl
okay.
that she from childhood.
So some black girl from childhood got immunity.
I don't know nothing about immunity. I know she went testify and said she didn't know nothing. She don't remember nothing. She don't know nothing basically, and that's what it was. So her test, I think they admitted that because she didn't say nothing. She don't know nothing. She don't know if he shot her. She don't. She basically said she don't remember. She was too intoxicated to remember. And then later, I know, and Meg said later on she was going to visit Tori and talking to Tori, and she was like, "Why is she talking to him, knowing what he did? Why won't she speak up on my behalf?" And then I think when the girl did finally speak up on a live, she was addressing Meg about sleeping with her man. So that's why I'm assuming, just from watching the documentary, like, and again, I don't know because I wasn't there and whatever, but just watching, it seemed like Meg was in a dark place. She wasn't. I agree with Meg said she was in a dark place, and I believe that. I believe that her mother passed away. She didn't really have nobody. Her mother seemed like that was her
So
manager.
she lost her mom.
Her
Meg
mom
did.
lost. She lost her mom
I didn't know
prior
that.
to all of this,
I
like the
didn't know
year,
that.
and she went back on the road because she felt like that's what her mom wanted her to do, and I don't think she really had time to grieve and stuff because they showed clips of her performing certain songs and crying while she was doing it, and even the people that was backstage was like she needed a break or she too tired, like they saying stuff. So I really believe Meg when she said she was in a dark place, and when you're in a dark place, sometimes your decisions and your mind is clouded because you're dealing with so many emotions. So maybe during this time, she's not thinking straight and she's doing stuff I don't think it's in her character normally to probably sleep with her best friend man. I don't think it's in her character normally to have casual sex with all these different other people that led to had sex with allegedly had sex with her. So I do think that during this time, this was a dark time. She don't have, and looking at it actually made me feel bad for her because she don't have any. Like, who do she have? Her mother is gone. Her father is gone. Like she don't, and you get into this fame, and now the people that were closest to you, other than I think she showed a cousin, but how close can you be with a cousin who's married and raising kids? You see what I'm saying? So you out on the road, and you got to trust these people around you who's not been there before. You see, and it's like, and they're there to make sure business keep running. They're going to push you to the extent where,
Handlers.
yeah, they're going to push you to the extent when you might need somebody to say, hold on, we're going to cancel this. You need some time to yourself. You need time to grieve. You need time to get yourself in a better place. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about a year later after her mom died, and she finds herself in that. And of course, she don't want her character to be, I'm sleeping with my best friend, man, this and that. So she's lying. But it goes to me, again, I assume if you lied about this, you'll lie about the next thing. And so did he really shoot you? And I didn't like that she was saying the reason she didn't tell the police up front was she didn't want this black man or to be the downfall of a black man or have his life taken. But then you go later on and have his life taken. And I'm not saying it wasn't serious. Anytime you're shot, I mean, don't get me wrong. If because I'm not really convinced that he shot or whatever, even though he was proved. I'm sorry, but if he did, that was kind of like, a little girlish. I don't want to cuss because I'm working on that, but it was girlish. It was not manly of him to pull a gun out on a woman. I do agree with that, but at the end of the day, what y'all know what really happened, and is it worth him? Did he get sentenced 10 years or 20 years? What was it?
I think the boy got 10 years.
I don't think it was worth it.
I'm going to go ahead and, since in light of everything you just said, the sentimental story you just gave me from Meg, I'm going to go ahead and just pander to Meg because I'm soft on women. And I mean, what am I going to say? I didn't know that she lost her mom right before that. I didn't know that. I'm 40. I'm out the loop. I don't be worried about what some rapper got going on like that. You know what I'm saying? We talking about this because this is a platform and we want you guys to like and subscribe and we want to get a bag. Anyway, I didn't know all that, and you say she doesn't have her dad.
Her dad died before her mom. Like, her
See,
dad died when she was like,
I didn't know that. And
she
so,
talked about all of
and then
that.
how young is the baby?
Meg is now, she's not our age. I want to say she's closer to 30, maybe like 28 or something.
Yeah, so she just now started thinking because, as we all know, and we're going to keep repeating, that the frontal lobe doesn't fully develop until 25. So with 25 minus whatever, however old she is now, that's how long she been thinking. So she probably ain't been thinking that long. You know what I mean? And then you just bring up her handlers and people who have to ensure that she's, on schedule for the bag and on par for the bag. And then another thing I want to bring up that I seen in some tabloid news that was about her doc was that she be drunk all the time.
I mean, she went through a dark. She admitted that she was going through.
Listen,
but
how many times are you going to say that without me? Are you going to force me to say, is a cop out and an excuse the same thing?
So that's the other part of me watching the documentary.
What about
I agree with you because at the end of the day, foolishness and nonsense, like, come on now. At some point, we have to have accountability. You have all this money and that's why my heart, because it's like, do you not know that you don't have to do anything at this point in your life? Can't nobody make you do anything? Yes, you have lost people. Yes, it is unfortunate some of the circumstances that you have endured, but you have the power to create your life. And I feel like I can speak on that because I have had some dark circumstances, but at the end of the day, if I don't want to operate in foolishness and I want to do better, then I choose to do better and put myself in position or to teach or learn or whatever I need to do, to receive that, to do better. So what are you doing other than exposing your body? Because I get she's the hottie. She came up with the hot girl summer. And that was the other thing. I'm not a big fan of the new female rappers, except for Cardi B. I like Cardi B, but I'm not even a big fan of her. So I'm not a big fan, but she's all, and I like that she's confident about being naked all the time. That's great. You have a great body, Meg. keep, but what else can we do to not only make yourself feel better? Because I get that part, and that seems like that's what the people around her trying to ensure that she keeps that type of part going. But you need to work on not drinking all the time, not sleeping with everybody, making sure you're a better friend going forward to the next person that gets close to you, making sure you heal, making sure that we don't take no more black men and put them in prison. But which I will say this, I did not like in the documentary. I didn't know Tory Lane did videos and was like almost like tunning her with the horse leg in the video where he had cut the horse leg. Like, don't do that. And whatever went on, and I'm saying you shot, like, don't be tunning me and doing all this little extra stuff. It was a hot mess for me to watch it because I feel like there was hidden agendas about the documentary. I think they were trying to paint because they wanted us to feel bad for her and this and that. And she should. It's terrible. But at some point, you got to have accountability. And if these people around you are not making sure that you have the best health, making sure that you're not being drunk all the time, making sure that you're going to whatever you need to heal. Actually, you need somebody around you that's going to teach you about God and love and helping you love. Not, I mean, she loves herself, but love yourself to enough to where you respect it, where you don't have to walk around naked all the time. But whatever, that's just my perspective. Whatever.
But exploitation is a marketing tool now.
And they're using it for
This
her.
is a business. When you make the choice to get in the bed, you got to do the things that you do inside of the bed once you're there. And so,
Well, they got the right person.
but yeah, but I didn't want to look now. See, you're saying all this, and I just want to pander to Meg and just I feel bad now because I didn't know all that. I didn't know all that, and then she's still young, Jannar. Okay, I didn't know all this. She's young, and I didn't know. Dang, but I still feel like free Tory Lanez.
I mean, I don't want to see any black men go because I have two sons, a bonus son and a daughter. But when it comes to our boys, I don't know. I have a softer spot when it comes to black men because of raising them and watching them grow and knowing how hard it is on them. So I don't want to see any black men go down a rabbit hole to where, like, to me, I don't think or feel like 10 years was equal if he did shoot her. I get that he's supposed to shot her, but I'm not even like just
I
listen to
didn't
the
get the
story.
benefit of the doubt that he did.
Yeah, that's
I didn't.
hard.
I didn't get I didn't get a clean cut, sharp swords
Yeah.
edge that he did.
Because
the OJ joint when I was 10, 94, I thought OJ done it at 10. I thought OJ.
I'm just saying, if I be honest, well, when I listened to her and she's saying, like, if I slept with my best friend's boyfriend and something like this happened, and the police is saying I have to tell, then I'm not going to say my best friend shot me because I already owe you. I shouldn't have never slept with your man. I want you to forgive me. I want you to look at me differently. So I'm going to say it was
Girl
him.
code perspective.
I'm just saying. If I'm honest, so I'm gonna say it was him, and then I thought you was gonna forgive me because I said it was him. Why you're not riding with me? Because it's supposed to be him, and this and that. I'm just saying. So that's how I took it. And then her friend don't want to say nothing because you hurt me. You slept with my man, and I'm not gonna do this. And then I ain't you the one. You're the star, not me. I'm just a nobody. So I was talking to this guy. So I'm gonna ride with him. I'm just saying I'm gonna ride with him because he's taking a hit for me. I'm just saying, again, my mind kind of goes like far. So I'm going to read into stuff a little differently. My assumptions are going to be different. So that's what I kind of got from the documentary is that, maybe she said that to cover up and try to hold on for her friend. And then I don't know. These people life, the decisions they made. You do what you want to do. And I think going forward, she has made a decision to choose better friends and people around her. And then I think her friend, is riding with Tori because, that might, I don't know. So, yeah.
I don't know, but the documentary did, in light of the information you just shared on me, that I feel bad for Meg, and I didn't know she lost her mother and her father, and the girl ain't but about 30 years old. You saying
She ain't even 30
so?
yet.
Yeah, so I feel bad for the young lady, and whoever exploiting her and everything, also take care of her too, man. So, try to treat her right too.